Hi friends, Justine Froelker here, author, speaker, certified Daring Way and Dare to Lead Facilitator, corporate trainer. And wherever you are watching, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram, make sure that you subscribe because I have a new video coming at you every week, and click the notifications so you don't miss one because there's just a lot of content out there. So last week I talked with you a little bit about my sabbatical and I have a couple lessons from that I would like to share with you. You've heard me say this before. You were not created. We are not made to escape ourselves. No, really. You're not. No matter how much you try. No matter how many episodes you watch in a row, how much you drink, shop, how much money you make, how much you work, how much you perfect, how much you live through your kids, whatever it might be. None of us are made to escape ourselves. When I knew I needed to take a break, it turned into a sabbatical, 2 weeks, I was like, what the F am I going to do with no social media, no work, no creating content? Like, what the heck am I thinking? Like, I'm going to be so bored. How will I know that I'm alive and that I exist if no one sees me? I'm going to take a break from my work that has been slowed down and drastically impacted by COVID, like so many of us. Like, what am I doing? And I knew I had to do it because, like I've shared, like I had showed up and served and created a lot of content to really serve that first 40 days of what is this weird life that we're in right now. And it had started to turn into hustle for me, which is never a good place because I start feeling a lot of resentment and I don't want to live my life in resentment. No, thank you. And so I knew it was time to rest and be still. And so I used to be total number with TV. Like the list of shows that I would watch is ridiculous. And then I started practicing this work and really teaching this work. And I checked my intention and knew that I was numbing, avoiding, and escaping my life, the feelings that I was feeling, the stress, the disappointment, the sadness, whatever it might be. And so that's how come I'm such a huge advocate for disciplined self-love and the action of self-care. And so it's not realistic for many of us to say like, all right, I'm going to turn off all of my technology and sit and be for a while. Your brain is going to freak out. It's going to start noticing every single sensation in your body to distract you. Your to-do list will start popping up. Every dog will need attention or child will need something. Like, it's just not realistic. And so like, that's how come I've loved teaching clients for years, like color, listen to music, read, take a bath, take a walk, step outside. How many shades of green do you see? How many smells do you smell? Like, what do you see, taste, feel, sense? What, all of those things, like label those thoughts that come into your mind. Is it a to-do? Is it a worry? And then like acknowledge it and then set it aside. Don't stuff it down. Don't plow through it. Just kind of literally picture yourself putting it up onto a shelf in the closet. You're going to go back to the closet. You know it's there. You're just not going to like sweep it under the rug. But like right now, you don't need to pick it up and hold it close to your heart because you want to know and believe and practice and trust that you can learn how to sit with yourself. So like through this time of Corona and the sabbatical, like I made friendship bracelets. I sat outside and watched the wind through the trees. I pet the dogs. I sat in quiet for a whole hour. And it's a practice that I'm going to continue into this life. Sit in quiet for an hour. I set a timer, no music, no podcast, no book, no scripture, no nothing. Me and a journal so that I can write what comes up. For me, it's conversation with God. It's prayers. It's me listening to my own truths, seeking what those truths are. And when something inevitably distracts me, I focus again on the breath and ask again, like, what do you need me to see? What do you need me to hear? Give yourself permission to learn how to sit with yourself. I know it's scary. I promise you, though, after over 20 years in traditional mental health, After over 7 years of teaching courage work, what I know for sure is there's none of us. We're not made to escape ourselves. And no matter how much you work or plow through or drink or shop or numb and avoid and escape, you cannot escape your feelings, your traumas, losses, and tragedies. They will find you. And that's, I suppose, where some of the faith comes in. Because I promise you, if you do this work, this scary work of courage, of speaking the unspoken, of owning your weird, of being able to name what makes you who you are, of knowing how shame shows up for you, living authentically, asking for what you want and need, setting boundaries, seeking true relationships. I promise you, if you really do this work, and some of you will need to seek therapy or coaching to guide you through it, especially for sure in different seasons, myself included. I promise you're in there. Your truths, your gifts. And the world needs your gifts and truths desperately. So today, again, I would love an hour. I'll take 10 minutes. Will you sit with yourself? So no matter where you're watching, thanks for being here. Make sure you are following whatever platform you're on and click notifications. And I'll see you next time.